I wanted to create this video on my favorite natural painkillers. Now, I've done a lot of videos on pain, but this video is on the natural remedies that you can find anywhere. I don't know if you knew this, but over $635 billion a year is spent on pain medication, and loss of production. The problem is that people are using prescription drugs and they're becoming addicted and they're getting into the whole opiate thing and there's side effects. And you never actually get to the point where you actually correct the problem. So you're just patching the thing up over and over and over. Now, there's actually 3 different types of categories of pain. You have the category where you have tissue damage, okay? You slipped and you fell, you sprained something, you were involved in some type of trauma, and you have pain because of that. There's also nerve damage type pain, and that could come from something like peripheral neuropathy because you're a diabetic, because the nerves are actually breaking down from the high levels of sugar. So that's a type of source of pain. But then we also have referral pain. This is many times ignored and not understood. And so many people have pain that's being referred from some other location in their body, primarily from their digestive system. If you have pain in the right shoulder or the right side of the neck or between the shoulder blades or right up through here in your right trap, chances are that's coming from your gallbladder or your liver. If it's on this side, it could be the pancreas because you just ate something that you probably shouldn't have eaten. If you have pain in your upper low back, that could come from a kidney stone. If you have pain in the lower right quadrant, that could be from your appendix. So there's a lot of different pain syndromes that are actually coming from a completely different source. A lot of headaches come from the digestive system. And if you are treating the symptom and you don't make the connection, you'll never really get rid of the pain. I'll give you a quick example. A lady came in to see me a long time ago when I was in my clinic, and she had angina, chest pain. And she went to the doctor. She spent $40,000. Now, I don't know if that was all insurance or out of pocket, but she spent $40,000 with all the testing that was done at the emergency room. And they found nothing wrong with her heart. She showed up in my office and wanted some help. So I asked her, when did this happen? She said, I can't remember. I think it was last week. I said, try to remember what day last week. She says, oh yeah, it was on a Tuesday. I said, good. What time? And she looked and she looked and she said, 5 o'clock. I said, what happened just before that? Did you eat anything? Did you do anything? And she looked and then she just started smiling and she said, yes. I stopped off at some ice cream place and I had a banana split. And I never do that. I said, thank you. Lay down on the table. I know when you eat a banana split, you're going to have a lot of bloating in the digestive system and maybe even the gallbladder. So I started just to massage the gallbladder area. And it was like a rock. So I worked on that. And guess what? All of her chest pain, her heart pain completely went away. So it was related to what she ate. So there's a connection there that a lot of times people are not aware of. But you can have chronic back pain, pain from cancer, pain from fibromyalgia, which, by the way, a lot of times people have fibromyalgia on one side, usually the right side. And if that's the case, you might want to check the gallbladder. Okay, headaches, again, digestion, especially if it's related to what you eat as well. Arthritis, it could be systemic or localized. Post-surgery, you get a surgery and now you have pain after that, you're healing. Rheumatoid arthritis, a lot of inflammation going on in the body, and then you have pain from trauma. So these are my 6 favorite remedies. The first one is DMSO. You can get this in a cream. It penetrates the skin very, very easily, and it even penetrates the membranes of your cells without damaging your cells. So this would be great to use on a joint or some inflammation in a certain part of your body, whether it's the muscle or joint. This is very available and there's very minimal side effects from that. The next one is something called benfotiamine, okay? This is something you can also get from the health food store or online. Benfotiamine is a fat-soluble B1, specifically created originally to help penetrate fat because it's fat-soluble. It can penetrate the myelin sheath. It can even penetrate into the brain and help things like peripheral neuropathy from diabetes. So if you have tingling in the feet or pain in the feet or burning feet or in the hands, you want benfotiamine. Benfotiamine is really good to minimize the complications and the side effects from diabetes. So it's quite amazing. I've done a lot of videos on that. Okay, number 3, stinging nettle root is one of my favorite anti-inflammatory herbs. You can take higher doses and you will see a nice effect with inflammation coming down in your body. And there's minimal side effects. It just works. Vitamin D, roughly about 20,000, 30,000, or 40,000 international units. That's what I would recommend taking. It's great for low back pain. It's good for inflammation. It acts as a natural cortisol, which is an anti-inflammatory in your body. So vitamin D is great for pain. And then we get to willow bark. Willow bark has a certain chemical that turns into salicylic acid, which basically is aspirin. It's like a natural version of aspirin. And that's, if I'm not mistaken, where they originated aspirin from willow bark, because you can't put a patent on it. And of course, aspirin is more concentrated. But willow bark has some real interesting properties to get rid of pain. And number 6, fish oil. You can do krill oil, or my favorite, cod liver oil is really good for pain. Not only does cod liver oil have vitamin D and vitamin A, it has the EPA and DHA, which are omega-3 fatty acids, which are anti-inflammatory. So these are the 6 best painkillers that are natural. And if you haven't seen my video on referral pain, I put it right here on this page.